YouTube, hello subscribers. How cool was that Monster Jam? Took my godson and my other, what is it, a great nephew? Yeah, great nephew? Grand nephew? Whatever you want to call him. But yeah, so I took him and my niece over to Monster Jam this weekend. Super cool, a lot of fun. And very excited. The kids enjoyed it, of course, and that's the important part. So I am in Loudon, Tennessee, if that's how it's pronounced. And I'm currently empty, as you saw. I parked up last night. I got here about 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. last night, and was unloaded first thing this morning. Parked up. Yesterday, though, was a long day of driving. Drove about 590 miles. I ended up leaving my house on my parking with my truck at like 6:30 in the morning. So it was just really a 34 hours only over at home. So, but I'm okay with that. You know, I wanted my park up points, needed my park up points for this month. I'm struggling to maybe get 33%. So we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed for me, you guys. But it is about 6:40 a.m. here Eastern time. No, I lied. It's 7:40 Eastern time here. It's 6:40 a.m. Central time. So I'm waiting for my fleet manager to get in and waiting for him to send me a new load. I'm starting off this week good. This is a $1,600 load coming from Houston. So it's a great way to start off the week. Love weekend loads over $1,000, and it's even sweeter when it's over $1,500. So this one was $1,606. Yeah. So I'm starting to run. I'm going to do about 3 weeks of running, meaning I'm not going to go home on the weekend. I'm going to go wherever the loads take me, and I'm going to just go with the flow. Go wherever the loads are going to take me. I'll spend my 34-hour reset wherever my Friday load tells me to go. So I'm not going to be home on the weekend. That's why I trimmed the hair very, very short. Chopped it all off, and that way it can grow while I'm doing these 3 weeks out, and I don't have to worry about trying to find a barber while I'm out and about. Let's see what else is going on. You know, I find it very, very fascinating, and I don't know why, how a decision we make one day can totally affect things that happen the following day and the day after, or even the day after that. You know, it's crazy that our hands are tied because of these hours that we have to these hours of service that we got to keep track of. So if we make a decision one day that may seem like it's the right decision or the best decision, it may affect the other days negatively or maybe even positively. For example, last week, after I picked up my load of shingles from Joplin, Missouri, I went to the truck stop at the truck wash in Joplin, Missouri. There, that load was going all the way down to, I believe, like Irving, Texas, somewhere near Dallas. No, somewhere closer to Houston. I forgot exactly where. I've got the worst memory. It's unbelievable. But what happened? So got over to the truck stop, and there was a long line for the trucks. There was a long line for the truck wash. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get in it. Well, it took 2 hours, and I already spent 2 hours over at Tamco getting loaded with those shingles. So my 14-hour clock I was working off of and so that means I drove less than 11 hours that day, and I was unable to make it to the consignee at night, the night before. So I ended up having to stop about an hour out due to me staying at that truck wash, that decision to stay at the truck wash instead of just pushing on. Also, Dallas rush hour traffic in the afternoon. So I was unable to make it to the truck wash, or unable to make it to the consignee by 9 or at night. And so I was unable to be the first one in line to get unloaded. So therefore, when I got there, or another decision that happened is when I went to sleep at the rest area, I didn't set an alarm 8 hours from then and to check how many hours I would have gotten back after 8 hours of sleeper berth time, which in fact would have been enough time for me to make it to the consignee pretty early in the morning, very, very early in the morning, and would have made things better. But unfortunately, I made a decision to set my alarm 10 hours from when I stopped and to start driving 10 hours after I stopped. So I ended up leaving around like 8:50 in the morning, getting to the consignee around 9:50 in the morning. And unfortunately, I was truck number 17 in line. Truck number 17 in line to get unloaded at this roofing supply warehouse place. And it was actually in Austin, Texas, now that I can remember it correctly, Austin, Texas. And I waited there 4 hours to get unloaded. And that really, really, really was a bummer. And so that decision, going to the truck wash, hitting that Dallas traffic, not only doing an 8-hour break and doing a full 10-hour break decision, made me number 17 in line to get unloaded and made me have to wait 4 hours there to get unloaded. So from there, I ended up catching a short, so that was a bummer. It was hot. The internet wasn't very good, so I couldn't stream my Game of Thrones. But I did buy myself an antenna for my TV, so I was able to at least watch a little bit of Olympics. So, which I do miss. I used to love always watching the Olympics, recording all of it, and cheering on great old USA. But haven't been able to watch it due to trucking and stuff like that. I could be recording it actually, but I don't know, just don't have the time to really be watching the Olympics. So let's see what else is going on. So the day after that load that I dropped off at that roofing supply warehouse place, ended up catching a load from Irving, Texas, a load of shingles again, and some boxes. So I actually had to tarp that load of shingles and those boxes, and I took those down to Bryan, Texas, and that was the load Thursday night. And I ended up from there getting unloaded really early in the morning. Got a load out of Houston, took that home, brought it here to wonderful Loudon, Texas, I believe. Loudon, Tennessee. Loudon, Tennessee. It's nice and foggy over here right now. It's 65 degrees. I loved it. I loved waking up early this morning and feeling the nice cool air. It was very, very nice. What a nice change from all the humidity and the heat that we get over in the south. So I asked my fleet manager, I said, hey, look, I'm staying out this week and next week and the following. Try to keep me up north. That way I could benefit from some of the nicer, cooler weather, even though it's not super cool, but at least it's cooler and a lot less humid than that weather down south. So we will see what happens. I don't care where I go, as long as the money is paying, the loads are paying good, and there's some high paying loads. I'm all about that. So it's going to be a very busy 3 weeks. I'm excited. I'm excited for the hunt of where to sleep on the weekend. That where to do my 34-hour reset. I like that I like that little aspect of staying out. You never know where you're gonna stay. You never know where you're gonna go. You got to plan it to where wherever you stop, you're gonna have enough time to hopefully park up on Sunday after your 34-hour. So it's intense, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm excited for that. But anyways, you guys, that'll do it. I'll keep you guys updated, of course, during this 3 weeks of running, how I do during the weeks, and we'll go from there. Also, I'm waiting on an email from my logs lady to let me know how many miles I drove this week, or for the month of July, and we'll do another contest and have you guys guess on how many miles I drove, okay? And the last winner, I finally sent off the hat this past weekend. I sent an email to you, so your hat is on its way to you. Should be delivered on Thursday. But other than that, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And that should do it. Hey, smile. You have a great one.